Between the decks.
Let's go.
Oh yeah, party people. This is DJ ha-MEEN.
Check. This is DJ Bella J.
DJ ha-MEEN.
DJ Bella J.
Between the decks. Between the decks.
Let's go.
Between the decks.
Let's go.
All right, party people, we're back. Between the Decks, episode number 2.
Yes.
What's going on? Yeah. My name is DJ ha-MEEN. I'm one of your co-hosts. And on the other side of the screen here is...
DJ Bella J.
J.
I love the echo.
All right.
Love it.
So like we said, this is episode number 2. We made it. We made it past the pilot. Can you believe it?
And you know what? I can't believe it. I mean, I just feel like we are doing an awesome job at this so far.
Yes, indeed. This is a long time coming. The sound might be slightly different on this episode. We are zoom in. All we want to do is zoom for this particular episode. As people heard in the first episode, we live in 2 different cities, so sometimes it's gonna be like this. We do want to thank everybody out there in our communities, families, friends, all of that. Thank you everybody for the love and the support we got from episode number 1, where we just gave you a little more information about ourselves, and we also provided our companion mixes, as we're going to try to do for every episode here on Between the Decks, a companion DJ mix over on our Mixcloud page. The link is in the show notes, so check that out. Yo, Bella J, your mix was fire. I just want to let you know that your mix was fire.
Thank you. I really wanted to do a mix that just reflects a little bit of the songs that really get me going.
Yeah.
So that first one was definitely a lot of my favorites.
No doubt. We gave ourselves the homework assignment to create some DJ mixes that express our musical point of view, right? So it wasn't about rocking a particular crowd or playing to a particular audience. It's more like playing to ourselves. And so in your case, you had a ton of hip hop music from past, present, and some of it sounded like it's from the future.
That's right.
So props to you on that mix. My mix, of course, it was super eclectic. I zigzagged all over genres and at times smashed them up together. That's just what I like to do, just to express my sort of varied musical influences that I have as a DJ. As we did say in the first episode, it's not like we're here claiming to be the best DJs or the most skilled DJs, but we're DJs.
That's right.
Right? We want to share our point of view. We want to share our craft with the world, which can be a very personal thing. But we've both got Nothing But Love, which happens to be a song I put in my mix, Nothing But Love. We got Nothing But Love from people for these episodes. For these mixes.
Yes. The songs that I went with, also I want to shout out my family that's been a huge support for us. So some of the songs that my family will hear, it's stuff that we're playing at our barbecues, birthdays, any family get-togethers. A lot of that music that I put in my mix is what we play.
Give me which one stands out as just one song that's like that's the one everyone's gonna go, oh, that's
right
us.
Right off the top is the Ted Smooth Love on Top remix.
All right.
Put that on, and I have videos in my phone of my family, like we dancing to that song.
Rocking.
So yeah.
In my case, somewhere towards the beginning, I dropped among lots of different genres. Like I say, people are gonna be a little surprised to hear me put a classic folk rock song called "Heart of Gold" by Neil Young, which is kind of a shout out to my parents. Remember we were talking about our parents in the first episode? Yes. I had mentioned that, so I was thinking I'm going to put this particular song. They both love Neil Young. Heard a lot of that growing up. Heart of Gold happens to be one of my mother's favorite songs. But it has some flavor to it, actually. So
I know how you do. I know how you get down and how your mixes are. I know that people are not going to be disappointed at all. I mean,
I
you
hope
you
not.
know what you're doing.
I sure hope no one was disappointed. Like I said, we got nothing but love from people. So thank you once again. We have a great great support coming at us for Between the Decks so far. And once again, can we give a shout out to DJ Tech One for producing
Yes.
this theme track that everybody is like, yo, where'd you get that from? How did you make that? It's all DJ Tech One, who we've got him linked down in the show notes as always. So once again, brother man, thank you for hooking us up.
Yes. Thank you, Tech.
Um, so tonight, there's a couple of things that we wanted to just briefly talk about before we get to the main event. So tonight is, as we're recording this on Sunday, March 27th, 2022. The Grammys was on. I saw a little bit of the Grammys a minute ago before we jumped on Zoom here, and I noticed that the one and only DJ
Uh-huh.
D Nice, formerly of Boogie Down Productions, down with the Originals crew. DJ D Nice is the DJ for the Grammys. You know, he was blowing up
Level.
during the pandemic. I saw him at the NBA All Star Weekend a minute ago. Now he's the DJ tonight at the Grammys, which is interesting. I love the fact that there's a DJ on the Grammys that really brings some visibility to our craft. It gives us
Great.
quite a lot of legitimacy. What do you think about that?
I think that's awesome. That's everything that I stand for. Listen, I say it so much. When I started to find the places that work for me to DJ, it's not where people typically saw a DJ. So if we're not used to seeing a DJ at the Grammys, like, and automatically for me, it's like, why not? Why is that now just happening?
Word.
We should have always found a place for DJs at any music platform. It should be at the Country Awards. They should have a DJ,
Yes, indeed.
entertaining the people in between. So
We
shout
make
out to
people
Be
feel
Nice.
good. Yes,
That's
indeed.
right.
What else we want to talk about? So that's the Grammys. Um, you
That
were
wasn't
saying
all of the Grammys.
you were just saying something about what you see on social media. So you were like, yo, I got to tell you something when we click record. What was it?
Yes, I have to tell you how Will Smith is trending right now on all social media platforms.
Will Smith, one of my favorites of all
Yes,
time, musically and in terms of the silver screen.
that's
What?
right.
So he got a Grammy for something?
No, he actually had like a Kanye moment.
Really?
Well, I mean, Kanye snatched a mic out of Taylor Swift's hand, but he actually walked up to Chris Rock, and it looks like it was either a slap or a punch.
Are you kidding
Either
me?
way, he hit him hard. Yes, yes, and from what I can tell,
Wait a
I
minute. Wait. Back up. Hold up.
backing up.
This just happened just
It
now?
just happened tonight. Yes,
I mean, the Grammys are literally happening as we're recording this. And I did not check social media as we were. What did you
I
say?
was on it.
You said he slapped Chris Rock. So what? It's got to be a what a
Oh yeah.
skit or something they
I
did.
don't think it's a skit. I absolutely do not think it's a skit from what I'm seeing. It looks as though Chris Rock was
I
saying something in regard to his
I
wife
just found it. I just found it on YouTube. Wow, there's hundreds of videos of this. Are you
already.
kidding me?
I'm not.
Wait a minute.
It
Wait.
really happened.
Pause. We're gonna watch this right now. We're gonna watch this together because I thought you were about to say Will Smith, and I don't know why he brought out Jazzy Jeff. I was thinking it's a DJ connection. You're just saying he straight up. Yeah, everybody here
Yeah,
is saying he smacked Chris
yeah.
Rock. What'd he
He
say?
like
Hold on. We're gonna watch this together.
Jada, I love you. G.I. Jane 2, can't wait to see it. All right? That was a nice one. Okay. I'm out here. Uh-oh. Richard. Oh, wow. Wow. Will Smith did.
I think the Grammys cut the audio.
Yeah, I think so too.
They bleeped it out.
The dude on YouTube said they bleeped it out.
Yeah, yes.
Hold up. This one says it's uncensored. Hold up.
Uncensored.
Can't wait to see it. All right?
That's crazy because at first Will Smith looks like he's laughing.
Yeah.
Hold up.
That that was a nice one. Okay. I'm out here. Richard. Oh, wow. Wow. Will Smith just smacked the shit out of me.
Keep my wife's name out your f***ing mouth.
Wow, dude.
Yes.
It was a G.I. Jane jump.
Keep my wife's name out your f***ing mouth.
I'm going to, okay? Okay. That was a greatest night in the history of television. Okay. Okay.
Get the out of here.
Oh, again.
Yo, wait a minute. Wait, what?
That's
All right,
correct.
wait.
That's
you're
right.
telling me I'm actually I'm lost for words, which people who know me know that that's a rare occasion. Will
You know,
Smith,
I am not.
I'm tripping. Chris Rock made a joke about Jada's hair,
Yeah.
which okay.
Well,
But at the same
and
time-
that right there is the indicator that there's something more going on with Jada that we don't know, and that obviously
suppose.
was something touchy.
Why was Will laughing
Her
at
health?
first? He looked like he was just laughing at first, like whatever. But the
I
look on
think-
Jada's face was very telling.
Yeah,
Like they had some other interaction or whatever.
because he wasn't looking at his wife. He probably saw her expression on the big screen. And
Now
then
look, yo, I'm
they
bugging.
fixed it.
People listening to this, this episode won't come out for a couple weeks while we edit. But wait a minute, there's gonna be all this, like, this is gonna be old news by the time people hear it. But just to hear my real time reaction, I can't even believe it. Will Smith is just yelling, and the whole room can hear it. Keep my wife's name out your bleeping mouth. That's
He said
crazy.
it. He
What?
said it a couple times. He made it very clear what the issue was.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
I don't
That's
think this
gotta
will be old news by then either, because Chris Rock has been trending in the news. You know, he's on tour right now with Kevin Hart, I believe. They have that whole comedy tour together, so
I mean,
this will still be relevant by then.
it's ill because I'm used to Chris Rock just snapping on people. So to see somebody come out of the audience like that, and I hope this doesn't impact Will's career too much. Wow. Maybe he's coming out with Ali too because he punched him. Like, what is happening right now?
Yeah,
Okay.
it looked like he gave a kind of hit where
Woo.
he
more
was
like a
thinking about
slap.
it as he did it. It was like, you know, he knew he shouldn't have been doing that.
Yeah.
So it just kind of looked a little staged. But I just
Wow.
want to shout out Jada, and I hope and pray all is well her way, that
Absolutely.
her hair issue is not any bigger health concern or
Word. And
something that
for,
we may not know.
for what it's worth, I mean, it looks great.
It does.
It looks great.
Can rock anything.
Because if that hairstyle really didn't, if that hair wasn't popping in Black Panther, I don't know what was.
That's right.
Okay.
There we go.
It's been a couple years now. Wow. All right. Wait. Wow. Ugh, I'm still bugging. Back to our regularly scheduled podcast. There's another thing you wanted to bring up before we get to the main interview. You had mentioned something about a rap league that just came out. Hit me to that. What's going on?
So, for any fans out there of battle rap, one of the big things going on in the battle rap industry right now is surrounding Remy Ma. She is one of, if not the best female lyricist out there right now. I
Okay.
mean, if I have to put my two top MCs, it would be her and Nicki Minaj for sure. So
Right now or of all time?
of all time, absolutely.
What?
Yes,
Remy Ma
Remy's
and
been doing her
Nicki
thing for a
Minaj.
long time.
Wow.
So shout out to her.
Wow.
So yeah,
Okay.
she has this league that just came out. It is called Chrome 23,
All right.
and it is again an all-female battle rap league. They just released their first event. It's called Queens Get Money. That happened not too long ago, and you can watch
Little
that
Mob
on
Deep
YouTube.
reference right there.
Right. That's right. So yeah, I just want to shout her out for giving, for the first time, a platform for all female lyricists. So
Very
check
dope.
that out if you haven't yet.
I will check that out. I'm looking at it right here. I'm a bookmark it to watch later on. It looks like is it part of the Revolt
Yeah, it's on
network?
Revolt. It's being aired by Hot 97. So if you follow their channel on YouTube, you'll be able to see the full event on there as well.
That's dope. This is very timely. Just the other day, shout out to the homie Myverse down in Orlando. She's another well-regarded battle MC who hit me up the other day. We might be doing some kind of Zoom panel about battle rap at some point. So this is timely information. We'll see what comes of
Not
that.
forget my invite when you do it.
Oh, you'll be there.
I need the Zoom link.
You'll be all. It's gonna be a between the decks production.
Nice.
All right. So look,
I heard it first.
the main thing about this particular episode, the interview, as we said in episode 1, we're going to try to interview, of course, other DJs as well as other people from the DJ world, such as bar owners, bouncers, bartenders,
Dancers.
producers, copyright lawyers. Who the hell knows? We're gonna interview a lot of different people. But our first interview, our inaugural interview for Between the Decks, is the one and only DJ Ease, who blessed us with a solid interview. And immediately before that interview, he rocked a live set at your shop on the One in Syracuse. And that'll be our companion mix for this particular episode over at our Mixcloud. Again, it's linked in the show notes. He hit us with a quick mix. I think it's about, I'll say 10 minutes or so, just to show off his skills, his flavor. But the interview was phenomenal. I thought he was very, very deep and analytical, and he is very accomplished.
Right.
We were both kind of surprised when we were doing the interview that he's toured with, a lot of big names.
So just to say right off the top of why you should listen and why you want to tell another DJ to listen, DJ Ease is a national DJ champion. He is the official tour DJ for Young MA. He has been all around the world with his skills, and he just has so much to say about that that I think DJs at every level should hear. So you definitely want to check this out.
Yes, indeed. All right, party people, here's the interview. Check it out. Check 1, 2, party people. Welcome.
1, 2.
Yes, this is our interview of the one and only DJ Ease.
What up?
My name is DJ ha-MEEN, and to my side is...
DJ Bella J.
And we are on the One at the Syracuse Mall. And we got a live studio audience with us today. Everybody make some noise. All right. So we got DJ Ease here with us. DJ Ease, talk to us. We want to know a little bit about yourself. Where are you from? Where do you represent?
I'm from Rochester, New York. But first and foremost, I want to thank y'all for having me up here. This is dope. Bella, I appreciate it. My boy C-Mel's, thank you, bro. Shout out to everybody that's in here, too. I'm from upstate New York, Rochester, born and raised. So this is dope to see something upstate like this, because I tried to do a DJ school in Rochester at one point, like probably 10 years ago. And it fell through because I ended up moving to Vegas. I got an opportunity, so I left. It was called Starter. I forgot what it was called. Something was scratching it, but
Okay.
I was trying to do a DJ school. So this is dope, and I applaud y'all for doing this, for real.
Yes,
Thank
indeed.
you.
That's all Bella
Yeah.
J.
Yeah, shout out to Bella J.
You keep the dream alive. You
Yeah,
never know.
absolutely.
You know.
Yes.
So you represent Las Vegas now.
No,
No?
I still represent Rochester.
You're still in Rochester.
Yeah,
That's
no, I'm
right,
not.
New York
I
all
was in
day.
San Diego. I was in Vegas. I was in New York City. Everywhere I go, I still represent Rochester.
All right. So you're visiting Syracuse
Yeah, today.
this weekend. What's the reason that you're here in Syracuse this
I'm
weekend?
DJing tonight at Studio 54, I believe.
Studio 54, the one and only, but not the one and only.
It's not the
Steve,
one and
no.
only, that's right.
The one in Syracuse.
But it still is the one and only. It's a big spot in Syracuse.
All
So
right.
shout out to them.
All right.
Yeah.
Now tell us about your name, DJ Ease. How'd you get your name? That's
I
an
used
important
to-
story for every DJ.
Yeah, I used to write graffiti, so
Right.
I wrote Ease, and then I found out there was already an Ease in the 70s, and then I got into DJing. I just kept the name. My homies would call me Ease anyway, so
All right.
once that happens, you got to stick with it.
So if you were a graffiti writer, is it because of the way you used to rock the E at the end or something? What's the reason that you picked it? Because it's short
Ease.
4 letters, because the E's?
It was I liked writing the letter E and S. Those are like easy letters, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Yes, the S was important, especially when you turned that S into the dollar sign.
Right.
That was the most important letter for me.
Feel like Zorro out there. Wap, wap, wap. All right. So, we just got blessed with your set. Thank you very much. Everybody in here was rocking. Can you talk to us a little bit about how you describe your style? And you know, every DJ has that web page where they're like, DJ so-and-so is a alchemist of sound and likes to feel the energy from the birds and the trees. And they have, I'm not talking about that.
Yeah.
How do you describe your style when people ask you, yo, what kind of DJ are you?
I explain my style as free. You know, like there's no category, no genre that I'm stuck in ever. Like I played a party last night and I was dropping like everything under the sun, from R&B to reggae to even rock and all of that. Like I'll play a Green Day record, you know what I'm saying, in the middle and just throw hooks. So I would say my style is real open.
Nice.
You know? Yeah.
Nice,
And fresh.
nice.
You said that. So.
Yes, that's dope. I have a question for you. So, the big part of opening the DJ Center
Right.
was to make sure that DJs are represented a little bit more better than they are. I feel like people look at DJs as, you know, just the party rockers or just there to play music, but don't take into account all we do to become who we are.
Right.
And they don't take into account that this is a possible career. It's not just something that you do as a side job. You got to work full time. You know, you can't like let your job go. What do you think about that? Is this something that you've done full time, or did you always keep another job on the side?
All right, I'm gonna answer this question. It's gonna be probably a long answer, but because I was just talking about this with my sister Jessica, because we were talking about that. Like in New York, when you tell, because New York is obviously the mecca where like hip hop and DJing and all of that is from.
Yes.
So when you tell somebody in New York that you're a DJ, it's kind of looked at like a thought job, almost like you're a stripper. But if you tell somebody,
yes.
What?
That's the truth.
yeah.
What?
So when you tell somebody in California you're a DJ, you'll get more of a, oh, dope, you're a DJ. But in New York, it's like, oh, you're another DJ. Because it's just like,
It's so many.
there's so many DJs.
Yeah.
So, and I can tell you I worked a lot of day jobs. And my last day job was in 2007.
Nice.
Yeah, and before that, I was grinding it out. I was in Brooklyn. I was on a street team for Universal Records. I had a day job. I worked at Big and Tall. I worked at Burger King. I was selling comedy tickets. I just had like so many different jobs. But I knew that I wanted to be a DJ as a full-time career. And I remember when the opportunity came and I just jumped at it. But in the midst of all those day jobs, I still was doing big stuff as a DJ. Like I went to Japan. And I was in a rock band that had a hit record in Japan, and we went over there and we toured with like Jurassic 5, with Nas and with Pharrell.
Yo.
And then I came back to New York and I was ringing out groceries at a grocery
That's
store like,
crazy.
in the same week, you know. So yeah, I feel like people, because of our job, it just seems like so out of here. It's impossible to be successful at that people can't see. Even my mom is like still wondering when I'm gonna get a job.
Word. Yo.
And I was like,
Shout out to Japan. Shout out to the J5. And shout out to the Burger King. You know what I mean?
no,
Big and Tall.
Burger King was like the one job I could say I left on a bad note. Like I slammed the freaking microwave door and all.
While you was out?
Yeah, I was
That's
out.
the way you do
On
it.
a Friday too.
That's the way
and
you
the line
do
was
it.
around the corner.
That's the way
I
I
was
was
out
saying.
there, like, hell yeah, on a Friday.
That would have gone viral if you filmed
Yeah,
it. You know?
exactly.
What was,
Especially on TikTok.
Word up. What was the name of your rock group?
Borealis, they're signed to Capitol Records, and going back
Wow.
to you talking about Scratch Academy, like the Scratch Academy was a block away on 6th Avenue, was a block away from Fat Beats. And when I
Nice.
moved to Brooklyn, I used to be at that Fat Beats every day trying to get an internship. And they was like, oh, Easy's here again today. Oh, Easy's here again today. And I'll just be dropping off my mixtapes. And then one day, the band had a DJ, and he left.
Wow.
So the management company came to Fat Beats looking for a turntablist. Like, yo, we looking for a DJ. And they was like, yo, there's this kid Ease that's in here every single day. You should just, like, here's his mixtape, his numbers on the back. And I was at my day job, and they called me, like, yo, can you come audition for this group? And that's how my life changed. From
Yeah,
there.
Big love to
Nice.
Fat Beats. Big love
Yeah,
to
shout
Fat
out to
Beats.
Fat Beats. Yeah, the original Fat Beats, New York, man. I love y'all still. Amore was the one that hooked me up with that. She's still doing beats and stuff.
Word
She's
up.
a DJ, too.
So talk to us about when you talk about, we were talking about your DJ style. You say it's open and free. What's your weapon of choice? What is your mixer of choice, turntable of choice, mixer, controller, whatever?
Whatever's dope. Like I right now, I'm using the S11 and I'm using the Rain 70.
All
Like,
right.
those are two of my favorite mixers. Turntables, the Reloop 8000s, RP 8000 MK2s. Those that Reloop. Shout out to Reloop. I just became official
Okay.
DJ on Reloop.
Okay.
So I'm
That's
plugging them
what's
right
up.
now.
Yes,
big
please
move.
do.
So Reloop
Reloop
makes some
is dope.
dope turntables
Yes,
because their
indeed.
turntables also have the midis on it, so
Yeah.
you can
Yeah.
Nice.
you can do most. It's really good for scratching. Me and Chris Carnes are using those out here in America, as far as American DJs, but it's the company's based in Germany.
Very dope.
So yeah.
Nice. So what made you want to get into turntablism, like taking your scratching to that level?
I could say rock radar craze because my uncles are DJs, so they were party rock DJs. So I was already into wanting to be a DJ. But I remember like when I moved to the suburbs, like all my skater homies was like watching battle videos. Like we'll be like chilling in the background, it'll be like battles on the VHS just going on in the background. And yeah, I saw Rock Radar and I was like, wow. Then I saw Craze and I was watching the ITF battles. I was like, yo, I need to do this. This is dope, you know?
Yeah.
Cause I was already competitive. I was a football player, a basketball player. So it just looked at like a sport to me. So I wanted to do that.
How long have you been calling yourself a DJ?
Uh,
Because there's a difference between being into it and then that moment when you go, I'm gonna start calling myself a DJ.
I think as soon as I got turntables, like which was that's the day I got my full setup. I was like, yeah, I made a little tape and I was circulating. This is before I had like dub tape, so I had one person circulating the same tape around the school. Like,
Nice.
yeah, like, it was my turn. Like,
Nice.
Nice.
and I was like, yeah, and they was calling me Ease, the DJ Ease. Yeah, so high school.
So do you think that DJs have to wait a certain amount of time to call themselves a DJs? Like, what about the ones that take maybe one YouTube class and they have maybe a DJ in the box and they just gave themselves a DJ name and they want to run with it? Like, are you opposed to them doing that, or do you feel like they need a certain amount of knowledge in order to do
I think
that?
you should, as long as you respect the craft and you know that it's based off of being a selector first. You got to select your records. Then you could call yourself a DJ because I look at, we got to think of who we consider DJs in our lives, like our parents or whoever was playing records around us.
That's
Being a
right.
selector and stuff. And you're a disc jockey, you're selecting songs. As long as you respect that, you can call yourself that, I feel like. And I don't care if you can't scratch. If you can't, as long you can't mix. If you can select and you can play songs, that's cool with me.
So you don't feel that being able to mix two songs and be able to blend is like a
Absolutely.
fundamental?
Absolutely, it's a
Just
fundamental.
song
But as long as
selection?
you remain in, like a lot of people coming in this, they don't know how to do the fundamentals, and I feel like that's important before you call yourself a solid DJ. Yes, but you also got to know you're on that road. Like I'm a DJ, and this is what I'm gonna do, and I'm not great at it yet, but this is what I'm gonna do. You know.
That's right.
There's levels to it. There's
Yeah,
levels to it,
to
just like everything, you know. I went to art school, right? And we talked about what's art. You know, some art just looks like trash to some people, but
Right.
really, what we arrive at is this conclusion that it doesn't matter if someone says it's art or if someone calls himself an artist. It's up to everyone else to judge whether or not they like that art.
Right.
It's up to everyone else to go, yeah, I don't know. I think you're not quite an artist, but you know, we have these types of debates on this show.
Yes.
You know, and in that vein, I want to ask you one of our questions that we ask every DJ that we're going to interview on this show. What are some of your pet peeves? One or two pet peeves about DJ culture and the DJ community?
Judging.
Judging.
And that's kind of hypocritical because I'm a battle DJ that's won mental battles and I've been judged, right?
That's
You
right.
get judged, but like I'm gonna talk on something I never spoke on yet because I just was in the Versus DJ battle, right?
All right.
And
Shout out to Versus.
shout out to Versus.
One of our sponsors on this show. No, I'm
That's
playing, I'm
right.
playing.
It is.
Look, I was about to back you up
trying
on
to
that.
plug the plug?
Yeah, we just got that
But-
yesterday.
So this could be controversial right now because
We want it to be.
Versus is the head is like the person that's in charge of the DJ battle. The face of it is one of the most highly respected DJs in the world to me and everybody. That's DJ Scratch, legendary DJ Scratch.
I was on his
Salute.
show. Shout out to him. I was
Shout
on
out to
Scratch
Scratch.
Vision.
Yeah,
Uh-oh.
so shout out to Scratch. When you enter this battle, they tell you these are the categories. You got your mixing 5 minutes mixing set. We're looking for wordplay. We're looking for clean mixing, and then you got another round for 2 minutes where you're doing technical turntablism stuff for 2 minutes. But we're gonna base you winning off of votes. So how are you judging the battle? or is the people are the people judging the battle?
You mean just votes like popularity contest type
Hey,
votes,
text this
NBA
number,
All
who
Star
do you want to
popularity
win?
contest
Yeah.
joints like
So
that?
why do we have categories
Yeah.
Right.
if you're not judging the battle?
Right.
That's a good
Ooh.
point.
Mm.
Just understand, I'm gonna get to the bottom of that for you.
Hey,
I'm gonna figure out
judginess.
why.
And
why
that's
we
my
doing
problem
this.
with judging, because it's not. There's a thin line between that. Like, what are you judging the battle, or are the people judging the battle? And why is there categories if the people are judging the battle?
Clarity with judginess, party people. That's what we need.
Yeah,
All right.
I like that though. One of the things that I want to add to one of the walls that on the one is no judgment. I've been wanting my daughter to add that for the longest time, just because a lot of people come in and they're just uncomfortable because they feel like they're being judged. It's like, no, this is a place to learn.
Right.
It's a place to make mistakes. And we talked about this too, even for the DJ festival that we had. I felt like there was some DJs judging other DJs. They may not have been in the same spot or been doing it as long as the next one. Which I don't think that we should be doing that as DJs.
We shouldn't. You should
in the
respect, because you
community.
always got to remember where you started.
That's right.
And we all were like in a place where we're like, dang, I thought I was good and I was trash. And that's in our heads. But still, like, the fact that you were going for something that you knew that the outcome would be if you put the work in, you know what I'm saying? And it's like that with a lot of things. Like, I skateboard. I go to the skate park. There's kids that are way better than me. And I'm like, dang, should I quit?
No,
you keep going.
that's right.
And they'll help you when you fall. And they're like, yo, don't worry. You know you're not that good yet. But, you know, and then you go to other skate parks where they might be judging you. Like, oh, this kid sucks. Why is he even here? But you got to remember when you suck.
That's right.
You know?
Word up.
Absolutely. And that's a good point. That is really one of the reasons why the DJ Center is important to me to have, is a place that we can make that clear.
Right.
Because as DJs, we are always in everyone else's spaces. We're invited to go wherever they need us. We don't have a place that we can go to kind of talk these things through a podcast here,
Yeah,
Right.
you know,
that's
to
what
be
this
able to
about.
touch on these things that DJs need to know and hear.
It's all about the time and effort you put into it. Like, I can tell you I practiced 8 hours a day at one point. And
Wow.
that's a lot of hours.
That's a lot.
I could never do that today as an
That's a
adult,
lot.
but I was a child, or I was a teenager, and I was putting those hours in. And if you're a youth, you're a kid, you got the time, put that time in. And especially if you love it. Remember, it's supposed to be fun.
That's right.
First and foremost. Every time I enter a competition, I don't take it too serious. I'm like, I'm gonna have fun, and I'm gonna look at myself as a person that's watching me. I'm not gonna make a set based on just me. I'm like, if I didn't know me, would I like this set? You know what I'm saying? And that's what makes it fun and challenging for me.
Great
Yeah.
point. Great point.
Right.
So touching on how DJs started, you know, on the wall, we kind of spoke about Jam Master Jay being up there, Kool Herc. Back then, I really feel like they kind of set the foundation for DJs and, you know, what was okay to do and not okay to do.
Right.
For example, they would cover like their records with tape so that you couldn't see their selections of what they were playing.
Right.
They didn't readily give up information, you know,
Right.
about how they were doing. What they were doing is either you watched and paid attention, or you came on as a crew member carrying crates, or a close friend or something like that, to where you became an apprentice. You can learn
Right.
after putting in the work of, you know, working with them. What do you feel about that? Because I feel some DJs still
Do that, yeah.
hold on to what they know. They're not willing to share like song suggestions or teach other people how to DJ.
I think it's very, very important you share knowledge.
Yes.
Because I can tell you, like, our OGs growing up passed knowledge down. And then somewhere in the early 2000s, mid 2000s, everybody was on some, I'm not doing that. I'm not sharing anything with you. I can literally tell you, like, I hung out with Jazzy Jeff. I went to the playlist retreat twice.
Nice.
And
Oh, wow.
Jazzy Jeff is big on sharing music. He's like, what do you need? Like,
What up, Jeff?
yeah, shout out to Jazzy
Yeah,
Jeff,
shout out
one of my
to him.
mentors. And Jeff, when I hung out with Jeff, we were at Red Bull 3 Style in Chile. He was like, yo, let's share some music. We just sat down. I gave him my hard drive. He
That's
gave me
what's
mine.
up.
We just sharing each other's music, you know? Because that's knowledge, you know, like giving each other different vibes. And like, wow, I never heard this song before. Yo, this is dope. This edit is fire. Like, and that's what it's about. But you got your stuff you keep to yourself for your sets.
Absolutely.
But
yeah.
you still should like share music, because it's what's keeping us going. Like,
That's right.
You ever hit a point where you're doing clubs so much, you're just like, yo, I'm tired of this music. I don't
Yes.
play this shit anymore.
I'm at that point.
Definitely.
You know,
I'm
like,
at that point.
and then you hear something and it inspires you to want to play something. Next, you know, you're going down a different lane with it, and it's just like a different vibe, and it's dope and it's inspiring you. That's why it's so important to share knowledge, especially with the youth, because a lot of people, especially being from upstate New York, I can literally tell you I've been all over the world, and some of the most talented people I've seen in the world are from up here.
Thank you.
Ooh.
Absolutely, thank you.
And they hit a ceiling
Yes.
where they don't know where to go next. So you doing your shows, you on the radio, you doing everything, and you're like, now what? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And I'm gonna tell, this is for everybody to listen to right now. Contact other DJs and other people in other cities. Go to their city. Have them come to your city.
That's right.
Relationships is what keeps you going in this business.
That's right.
You know, like I never had a manager before ever. Still, I'll go to, if I want to set up a European tour, I hit up DJ in Switzerland, DJ in Germany, DJ here, like yo, and I set up my own tour.
That's
and we
what's
all homies.
up.
And then when they come here, I do the same thing.
That's right.
And that's how you expand yourself out of your city.
DJs, listen up to that. That was a jewel for real.
Yeah.
Word up.
Network is important. How they say your network is your net worth.
Yeah,
Sometimes, you know,
exactly.
that's important. And I really feel that being able to teach how to build a network, how to strengthen relationships, how to keep relationships, how to not burn bridges is something that can be taught and needs to be talked about.
Right, exactly.
Right? So, you know, they're not, that ceiling you said that some DJs hit is not because of that.
Right.
You know
got
how
to
to
think of like,
navigate
what
that.
can I do next? Because I can tell
right.
you, I don't know how much time y'all got left.
We got plenty
but
of
I
time.
can
It's
tell
about
you my
you.
story as far as being from Rochester. When I graduated high school, I moved to Brooklyn. I grinded out. I ended up touring overseas with Afu Ra, Gangstar Foundation. I
Body
ran
of
into
a
him at a
life force.
Kinko's,
That's
gave him my
wild.
mixtape. He was like, yo, I'm going to hit you back. I need a DJ. I just went on a roll with him just after the band broke up. So doors open. You got to be ready. Like I had my mixtape that day, luckily, and I just handed it to him.
Nice.
He went overseas and did some shit, came back like, yo, I heard your CD. We going to Europe. No, he's like, we're going to tour with Wu or something. I was like, damn. So
Wow.
my whole life switched. And then I ended up in Germany. I ended up all these places, and I got an opportunity to move there. And when I moved there, they started booking me everywhere. And then a lot of bad stuff happened. I ended up back on my mother's couch in Rochester after leaving. Like I was gone for almost 10 years already. So I had no career in Rochester as a DJ. Meaning I had to start over again and build my name up. And then the Las Vegas opportunity happened because I was in Rochester. So I'm just saying, like, you always just got to be ready for things to change. And when they change, embrace them. And when the door opens, you'll be ready. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
right.
Yeah.
That's
Hey.
what's up. And I got a shout out to Germany. I was born in Germany. I was born
What?
in Frankfurt. Yes. So
Frankfurt?
yes, I was born in
Oh,
Frankfurt.
shit.
Yeah. Yes.
You look
yes,
like
yes.
you from Frankfurt.
Yo.
Got
I
my
lived in
beard
Berlin.
back. No, you did. Nice.
Yeah, I was in Berlin.
That's one of my goals is definitely to go back.
You should. The hip
yeah,
hop scene
I
out
do.
there is insane.
I hear about it all the time.
I can tell you, I got my
Listen.
confidence as a DJ. Really, like how good I was. Like America, we gonna be like, yeah, you alright. You know what I'm saying? You go over there, they're very honest. They be like, yo, you need to step your game up with this,
Right.
you know, or da da da. And that's why I met SK83, the world champion, Red Bull champion. Me and him friends 2006. He will be like, yo, you need to step your game up with this. And I'll tell him, no, I don't like this. And we will bounce ideas off each other. And then when I got here, I was ready. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because I dealt with honest DJs. I kept my circle tight.
Steel sharpens steel.
Right.
Yo. DJ E's last question for you.
All right.
All right. It's very important to a DJ which stickers are displayed prominently on their laptop.
Yo, that's a good question.
All right. Now I
I
see you
immediately had to check out his laptop.
Very prominently on your laptop is a sticker that simply says "Be a good person."
Right. Me,
Now,
That's
tell
right.
me about that.
my girl over here, my girl Kateri, my girlfriend.
Shout out
we were
to
in
What's
Denver.
up, girlfriend?
We were in Denver, and it was a store called Be a Good Person. And she was like, "We gotta go." No, we were backstage at I was DJing for Young and May. We had a show at
It's just the name drops. I'm
I'm
sorry.
not even
Just
trying to
How you go
curse.
from
The name
Afu
drops.
Ra to Young and
Yeah,
that's crazy.
That's another crazy. And they both from Brownsville.
Yeah,
this
yeah.
is crazy too.
Shout out to Brooklyn. I'm from Coney Island as well, so we gotta definitely shout Brooklyn out.
Shout out to
But
Coney
keep
Island.
going.
And who's
BK.
from Coney Island? That's Dora the Explorer. You know what I'm saying? No, I'm
Dora
joking.
the Explorer.
What?
What?
You know why I know that? Because my daughter was obsessed.
She DJs now too. Everybody's a DJ.
Nah, not yet.
Well,
Yeah, but
listen.
be-
Hopefully, with the help of
Be a good person is because of her.
Nice.
We went in the store and then. But I also used to put stuff like that on my laptop, like when I'm having a rough night, and I learned this from my boy Miles Medina. Happy birthday, Miles.
What up, Miles?
He had on his records, he had put stickers and it said "Have fun," so I would put "Have fun" on the sticker on my laptop so I could just remember when I see that.
Right.
Remember to have fun.
That's right.
Mantra.
That's right. I like that. I'm gonna have to do that.
Very dope.
Yeah.
DJ E, we want to thank you for coming to Between the Decks with
most
with us here on the One in Syracuse. Everybody in the studio, always give it up for DJ E.
Make some noise.
All right, yo,
I gotta come back.
Good
Y'all
luck at
appreciate it.
Studio 54 tonight.
Yeah, thank you.
All
man.
right,
Appreciate
peace,
it.
I'm cutting
peace,
through.
peace.
Yeah.
I'm definitely cutting through.
All right, appreciate it.
Yeah.
All right, everybody. That was the DJ Ease interview right here on Between the Decks. Once again, thank you to Ease. Thank you to his whole team for making it possible. Thank you to you, DJ Bella J, for hosting him at On the One in Syracuse.
I just want to give a big shout out to Ease too, and just again say thank you for your visit. Thank you for all that you're doing for us DJs. We see you. And again, if you guys want to learn more about what DJ Ease is doing, if you want to keep up with his concerts and his tour dates and all that, you can go to his website, www.djease.com.
Yes, indeed. We'll have everything linked in the show notes as always. And that about does it for episode 2 right here, Between the Decks. As always, everybody, please reach out to us. Connect with us. Let us know what topics you want to discuss. Let us know, who should we interview? What events should we attend?
Yes.
Give us some feedback, please. This is a community, all right? You can follow us on social media. We're on Instagram, Between the Decks. That'll be linked in the show notes. Our website, betweenthedecks.com. Once again, linked in the show notes. Remember to subscribe. Remember to like and follow and share and all of that. You know how it is. We have to get bumped up in the algorithms by having people like and share. And if you don't like and share, shame on you.
That's right.
You're not a good friend.
But I have a feeling, you know what? They're going to do it. And they're going to tell a friend and tell a friend. I already know this is going to happen to us.
No doubt, no doubt. All right, everybody. That just about does it for Between the Decks episode 2. We will catch you next time. Much love. Peace.
Peace.
Between the Decks is brought to you by On the One, Central New York's first DJ center, located at the Destiny USA Mall in Syracuse, New York. Our theme music was composed by DJ Tech One. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe to Between the Decks wherever you listen to your podcasts. Our social media and contact info is located in the show notes. Please reach out and connect with us. Thanks for your support. Peace.